This is my first time in front of a microphone. So is that a bad idea? Okay, my bad idea story takes place at my 5th birthday party, which my mother was nice enough to have at Chuck E. Cheese's. And for all of you in the audience who are Jewish, you know that Chuck E. Cheese is like as big as Santa Claus is for the goys. He, you know, it was like a big deal. He was a caricature. He had like animatronic buddies, and he was associated with my most important holiday of the year as a 5-year-old, which was my birthday. So it was a really big deal, and I was waiting for it for a long time, and the day finally came, and we walked into Chuck E. Cheese's establishment, and we went to the table, you know, like where your friends and family sit, and there was a cupcake there waiting with pink frosting and a yellow candle, and the candle was lit, but there was nobody there. And you know, it was like heavy. I was like, is this for me? Because, you know, it's my birthday, and you know, I could kind of like eat that candle, you know, is that for me? And my mom said, Chuck E. Cheese brought it for you. Actually, my mom is Russian, so she said, Chuck E. Cheese brought it for you. He's busy right now, but he left it for you. Go play and he'll meet you later. Right, pink thing. Think about that for a second for a 5-year-old, like the aura of drama. Like Chuck E. Cheese was alpha mouse. He was cooler than Mighty Mouse. He was cooler than all of his friends. He left me a lit candle on the cupcake. It was like too much. So I went to go play with my, you know, like 2 friends. You're 5 years old, and you know, really not that many friends. I kind of only have 2 friends now, and I guess that's another story. It's like the theme for that storytelling would be like loneliness. So I was playing with a couple of friends, and I had a friend named Jessica who was a year older than me, and Jessica was older, and she was thinner, and she was taller, and she was more capable and had better hand-eye coordination. And yeah, like I was always like chasing after Jessica, and Jessica was playing on this ride that was, you know, like those Formica rides that you put in a token and it goes back and forth and in a circle and back and forth and in a circle. There was a ride like that. It was a kangaroo. It was a Formica kangaroo, and it was broken, so it was moving by itself. And there was an out-of-order sign, but we didn't know how to read. So Jessica, in one beautiful swoop, she jumps on it and rides on it for a few seconds, and then jumps off and says, Vicky, now you go. See, if I knew then what I knew now, I would say, Jessica, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea, Jessica. But I tried, like I went for it, but I was shorter and fatter and more gawky, and so I couldn't do it in one big jump. I had to like clamber and climb and like ask my mommy for help and cry because I was 5. So instead of just jumping on it, there was a box that it stood on that I climbed up to first, and the box was open because it was broken, and there was a bunch of wires sticking out, and you know, I didn't realize it because I was 5. It housed the mechanics of the Formica kangaroo, and I stepped right on it. And my foot got caught in it. And as it was moving, it was yoinking my leg. It was yoinking my leg. The Formica kangaroo was yoinking my leg into it, and because my leg was only like this big, in a minute I was sitting down and my whole leg was stuck in the machine. Jessica was nowhere to be found. She got sick. I guess she had to go home. And then all of a sudden it was my 5th birthday, and instead of like the cupcakes and Chuck E. Cheese, there was like firemen who were rushing to save me and ripping the Formica thing to shreds. And my mom was holding me and she was patting my head. It's okay, it's no problem, don't worry, mommy. But I didn't feel any pain, and I didn't care about my leg. All I cared about was what I'd come there for, which was Chucky. Chucky! I was saying, Chucky, I'm over here, save me, Chucky! Like, my mom thought I was gonna die, like that, you know, like, it was, because I was that crazy, like, I must have already been, like, in a fever. And then I see Chucky in the distance, and I raise up on my elbows, and I can see him, and he's walking into, like, a back room, and he swings these 2, kind of, like, double door, you know, like, cowboy doors open. He swings them open, and then, of course, I see it, as the doors are closing, he takes his head off. And there was a greasy dude in there. A greasy dude with like black hair like stuck to his forehead and a mustache. And he took some cigarettes out of like a hidden mouse pocket, a hidden mouse pouch. And as he's lighting a cigarette, he says to his buddies in the back, "Man, we're gonna get fucking sued, dude." And the door's closed. Chucky! And I remember at that point suddenly realizing my mom was there and that there were firemen, and it hurt, like it felt, like I felt pain for the first time, because I think at that very moment I turned from age 5 to age 6. And, it was like a growing experience. I became a little bit older because I found out that Chuck E. Cheese was just a greasy dude, and not a mouse at all. So that's my bad idea story. The story of Jessica's, not mine, bad idea that was so bad that it caused me to actually realize, that Santa Claus wasn't real. Jewish goy Santa Claus wasn't real.